Hey, Sandra, could you fill me in on the meeting this morning? I couldn't make it. I got a bit bogged down with the budget forecasts.
Oh, sure. Well, Wilson officially announced that the Plainfield branch will be closing next month, and most of the people there will be transferred here.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that through the grapevine for a while. So they didn't give many people the boot?
None, actually. They offered early retirement to all of the people whose positions were being eliminated, and everyone leaped at the chance.
Gee, I guess it was win-win then.
Right. And of course, we're going to be taking on all of the accounts that were managed out of Plainfield.
Makes sense. So what's next for us?
You've probably heard about that big account they've been trying to win, Hanson Tech? Well, Wilson has a big project for us.
A big project already? What's that?
Wilson wants us to set up suppliers and shipping for Hanson. He wants to see a few different proposals by next week. We can get in touch with some of the people we already use, but...
Whoa, hold your horses. Suppliers and shipping for an account we haven't won yet? Isn't that putting the cart before the horse?
Probably, but I get the impression that this account has major potential, and a lot of people at corporate have their eye on Wilson. If anything goes south with it, it can't be his fault.
Ah, I get it. He's just covering his back.
Yep, you've hit the nail on the head.
But it still seems to me that this is all a bit premature. I don't want to have to be swamped for a week over something that might not even come through. Plus, I have a lot of work to do for our existing accounts.
Well, you could bring that up to Wilson, but I have the feeling that it would fall on deaf ears.
Plus, he'd probably just jump down my throat. He gets like that when he's feeling cornered.
Or you could just go over his head, make a few phone calls to corporate and...
Yeah, right. Don't hold your breath. I think I'd prefer to keep a low profile.
Not to mention keep your job.
Yeah, no pink slips for me, thank you very much. Well, I guess it's written in stone then.
What is?
The fact that we'll all be staying late and eating a lot of takeout over the next week. To fill someone in on something.
To inform someone of something he or she missed. Tobias missed the meeting. He would like Sandra to fill him in on it.
To make it to an event.
To attend an event. Tobias had a doctor's appointment, so he couldn't make it to the meeting.
Bogged down.
Busy, involved in tedious details. Sam had to stop renovations on his new apartment when he became bogged down with redoing all the old wiring.
To hear something through the grapevine.
To learn of something through an unofficial channel. I heard through the grapevine that Susan's leaving the company, but she hasn't announced it yet.
To give someone the boot.
To make someone leave, to send someone away. Here it is used to mean lay someone off. When his company fell short of its quarterly profit goals, Sam and several other employees were given the boot.
To leap at the chance.
To be eager to do something. To be very willing to accept an opportunity. I'd never gone to England, so when my company offered to send me to London for a conference, I leaped at the chance.
Win-win, or a win-win situation.
A situation that's beneficial to everyone concerned. When the Plainfield branch closed, the offers for early retirement were good for the company and good for the employees, too. It was a win-win situation.
To take on something.
To become responsible for something. To agree to a new responsibility. One branch of the company had to be closed, so another one will take on their workload.
Hold your horses.
Wait. Move more slowly. Kids, don't rush into the car yet. We're not ready to leave, so just hold your horses.
To put the cart before the horse.
To do something out of logical order. To perform a step before its appropriate time. Buying paint for a house that you haven't bought yet is putting the cart before the horse.
To have your eye on someone.
To watch or examine someone closely. Martin is known to be a troublemaker in class, so his teacher always has her eye on him.
To go south.
To go wrong. To end or stop because of problems. After Peter's marriage went south, he decided to move to another state and start over.
To get something.
To understand something. No matter how much time I spend studying geometry, I just don't seem to understand it. I just don't get it.
To cover your back.
To take steps that will protect you in the future. To be very shrewd and cautious in protecting yourself against being held responsible for potential problems. Doug saves every email he sends to his boss because he's afraid that he might need them someday. He's covering his back.
To hit the nail on the head.
To identify the important issue or main point of a situation with precision. When I told Bill why I thought his girlfriend was mad at him, he said he thought I was exactly right, that I hit the nail on the head.
Swamped.
Very busy. Yolanda has so much work that she's bringing it home on the weekends. She's completely swamped.
To come through.
To happen. To materialize. To become a real event. When Doug put his house on the market, he expected lots of offers, but he got none. The expected offers never came through.
To fall on deaf ears.
To be pointless to mention. Suggesting that the person you'd like to talk to won't care about your complaint, opinion, or problem. Marcy wanted to complain to her professor about how much homework he was assigning, but she knew he wouldn't care. Her complaint would fall on deaf ears.
To jump down someone's throat.
To overreact and attack someone verbally. When Christian tried to explain why he wouldn't have the report finished in time, Mrs. Simmons immediately started accusing him of being lazy. Mrs. Simmons jumped down his throat.
Cornered.
Threatened. Feeling as if you don't have many options left. Paul has run out of options, and now he's starting to feel cornered.
To go over someone's head.
To not confront someone about a problem, but instead bring it up with another person who is higher in authority. Jack wasn't satisfied with the way his boss handled the problem, so he went over her head and spoke to the company's vice president.
To not hold your breath.
To not wait for something to happen with much hope. Every week, Jacob buys a lotto ticket and hopes to win, but he doesn't really think he will ever win. He doesn't hold his breath.
To keep a low profile.
To do nothing that would draw attention to you or distinguish you from others. Jeremy kept getting in trouble for speaking out in meetings, so he finally decided to keep a low profile.
Pink slip.
Notification that you've been fired. The full expression is to get a pink slip. Cole's boss warned him that if he was late to work one more time, he'd be getting a pink slip.
Written in stone.
Fixed, firm, unchangeable. Whenever George makes a decision, he always sticks to it and never changes his mind no matter what. His decisions are written in stone.